Hi, this is Doug with Combat Fight Series. I'm here with professional MMA fighter Darrell Flores. Thanks for your time, Darrell. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Thank you, Doug. It's always an honor.
So here we are again. This is like a catching up video. We want to talk about what you've been up to and what you got coming up. So what you been up to since your last fight?
Well, man, I had some issues last summer, so I had to take some time off to fix some stuff in my life, and basically ever since right around the end of last year, I've been here at Sidekicks, Chris Reyna's gym, and I've just been working a lot on my hands, my speed, my mental strength, and a lot of things that I needed to work on as a fighter with Master Chris Reyna, Master Ed Narte, and Master Corey Bridgewater, and we've just been really critiquing my game, making me a full-fledged MMA fighter.
Well, you talk about being full-fledged MMA fighter. As an amateur, you're undefeated at 12-0. And tell me what the difference is transitioning from an amateur fighter to a professional fighter.
Well, a lot of people talk about going from high school wrestling to college wrestling. It's more like, going from middle school wrestling to Olympics, really. Just the amount of talent that's in every weight class, and having a fight, there's, for every one of me, there's hundreds and thousands of the same guy. So, just making yourself a full, complete fighter, working specifics, specifically jiu-jitsu, specifically judo, specifically wrestling and boxing and kickboxing and karate, and implementing all of it, in your game and your toolbox, basically.
So now, you talked about wrestling. Your next opponent, you've got a fight coming up at Combat Fight Series on June 21st. And your next opponent is no stranger. You fought him before. His name's Talon Hofman. Tell me about, that was 2012's round of the year for me, for IdahoMMA.com. Tell me about Talon Hofman.
Man, Talon Hofman, he's a really hard guy to hate. He's just a good guy. He's really fun dude to be around. He's a good training partner. I've trained with him at Combat Fitness. I trained with him at Treasure Valley Fitness for Team Throwdown, and he's a really cool guy and a really extremely tough opponent. He gives guys who are amazing in the cage a run for their money, and he's beat some of the best in Idaho, some of the best in the Northwest. So he's a guy to force to be reckoned with. So he's a really strong wrestler too. We both have kind of the same background with wrestling.
So now you're going to be the main event at Combat Fight Series, and that event's going to be at the Ford Center in Nampa. Now you're from Seatown. It's like your backyard. What's that going to be like, fighting basically in your backyard?
Well, in all honesty, it's, I feel the same way about fighting anywhere. I take my training seriously. I have awesome training partners. I have awesome Tommy the Muscle Goat Turner. I have another good training partner and good friend of mine, Brandon Nichols. Master Chris Reyna, Master Corey Bridgewater, Mr. Ed Narte, and, my team, the guys that I coach, Monday, Wednesday, Friday here at Sidekicks. I have them all. They all have my back, and I do feel like I'm the underdog in this fight, big time. I lost to Talon before in a 3-round war, 30 seconds before the bell rang. He slipped in a nice short choke, and I tapped out, and so I do feel like I'm the underdog, and so the underdog has to train harder than the top dog.
Right. So now, you got any shout-outs you want to give out there to anybody?
I do. I like to thank the guys that make my sweatshirts, Planet Tees. They're guys from Nampa, Idaho. They make, they're the best screen printing. They make T-shirts, sweatshirts. They put logos on pants and stuff. They're really good guy. Mark, he's a good dude. I'd also like to thank the guys here at Sidekicks, my cardio coach, Gorilla Fitness in Nampa. John, he's a tough dude. He's a really tough guy. And honestly, I'd like to thank my boxing coach and training partner, Tommy Turner. Dude's a stud. I'd like to thank my dad. He's been really helping me out with mitts. My little brother for a sparring partner. Kid's a stud, man. Brandon Nichols helped me out, leading up to this fight with my diet and, a lot of my cardio and stuff. And Master Chris, man, that dude's a stand-up guru. He's a striking phenom. So, I'm honored to work with the guys here at Sidekicks. And I'd also like to give a big shout out and thank you to Combat Fight Series, Brandon Smith and Jeremy Smith with Country's Concrete. Who actually is sponsoring the fight, Country's Concrete. These guys are, they're down-to-earth dudes, and they're a promotion that really cares about the fighters locally and nationally. And people don't realize it, but they're going to help, take some of the best fighters in Idaho and put them on bigger stages, man. Glory's already looking at a lot of the guys that they're trying to take out to Glory and just a lot of other promotions and stuff. So. I'd also like to thank Spearmint Rhino for sponsoring me and throwing the after party to my fight too. So thanks, guys, and yeah, I really look forward to fighting for Combat Fight Series, and I've been training hard, so we'll see where it goes.
Well, Darrell, I appreciate your time here at Sidekicks in Nampa. We're 3.5 weeks out, so I'm sure we'll be back to talk to you, see how your training's going. Again, thanks for your time and good luck in the fight.
Hey, I'd also like to give a shout out to Doug Alvaro with Idaho MMA. Dude's a stud. He put so much time and effort into all these videos, and I feel like there's not enough appreciation for this man behind the camera, Doug Alvaro. Let's see, Doug Alvaro, the man behind the camera.
All right,
appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Darrell. I'm going to edit that.